Hey there, space travelers. Welcome to this exciting episode of Bar Talk. I'm JD Youngblood.
And I'm John Harrison. We're your hosts for this weekly rendezvous, where we talk all things Star Citizen. Welcome.
That's right, folks. Whether you're a seasoned spacefarer or just curious about the burst, we've got you covered. We're here to share our experiences, insights, and adventures from the past week here in the universe. Cheers, John. How's your week been in the burst?
Cheers. It's been one alright. Had a close call on Microtech a few days ago. Wasn't very pleasant. Still recovering from the damn thing. Knees still hurt like hell.
What happened, man? This sounds like it's got story time written all over it.
Well, I had started a job evaluation to be contracted with Kovalex, and I get to set a pickup destination, and some things seemed a bit off, but I'll get to that later.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, but then my ship breaks down on the landing pad, which puts me even more on edge. But I shook it off, went to leave my ship, pick up the cargo, and then realized I left my damn helmet back at the apartment. Not like it's the first time, but... So not only did my ship break down, I didn't have my helmet, and it was just all a shit day. But I held my breath, ran, got the package, hurried back to the ship, where I froze to death out there.
I bet you won't forget that helmet anytime soon.
Well, don't hold your breath on it, because I'm sure it'll happen again soon. Like I said, it's not the first time it's happened.
So what made you feel so sketched out about the pickup site?
Okay, so I got to the place, right?
Yeah, right?
So when I get there, I land on my assigned pad, but I noticed there was a military tank on the premises. At first, it was cool to see, but as time went by, it just sat there. Not really moving, honestly. And I could see the back hatch open, but no sign of life. So it was very, very off for me. For an abandoned tank still running out on Lyria like that.
So an abandoned tank? And you didn't bring it home with you? Dude, you know how bad I want a tank for my collection? What's wrong?
Well, you know I can't exactly read minds, but next time I'll hit you up on comms, because I didn't want anything to do with it. Whatever happened there, I'm good.
Well, I mean, you did get your ship towed and fixed up, right, though?
Yeah, eventually had servers come out. They fixed me up enough to get back here to Ark, but let's say it wasn't fun, because as I was approaching the land here at Area 18, my ship malfunctioned and emergency ejected me while with me still being high up.
So the ship was all like ejectocito, cuz?
Yes it was. Let's just say this week, I never had to spend so much on medical and repairs.
Man, I hate to hear about the knees, but I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks, man. It was rough, I tell you. But I've been through worse, I suppose.
Yeah, well, did you get the contract with Kovalex in the end, or did you miss your shot?
Well, despite all the odds against me, went through hell to get it, but I am now proudly and officially signed on for Kovalex, shipping and logistics.
Well, hell yeah, man. Congrats. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'd like to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Flanagan's Flat Suits. From the standard white to environmental specific. That's a word I have trouble with, y'all. But they have you covered. They don't have no trouble. They keep you covered. They also have same-day alterations and repairs if you need it as well. Flanagan's Flat Suits, over 25 years of keeping you covered.
Well, that's enough of me yapping. How's your week, man? Can't be worse than mine.
Well, it wasn't as bad as yours. I did lose a ship, and thank God for insurance.
What happened?
Well, I decided mining was a bit boring, and after the attack last week, I knew I had to try bounty hunting.
So, mining to bounty hunting. Sounds kind of a drastic turn, but why? You short on creds?
No, well, yeah, I can always use more creds, but I felt like I'm a pretty decent pilot, and I had the ship. Why not defend those who can't defend themselves?
Well then, I suppose it ain't too bad. Just watch your back out there. If you ever get outnumbered, it may not be the best, but I'll be there for support always.
I will take you up on that, man. But let me tell you about this mess I got into. You're not going to believe it.
Alright, go ahead.
So I pick up a quick little mission to go subdue a target. I fire up the little Mustang, and I figured it's quick and nimble. Get in, get out. Done deal, right?
Right.
Well, it's anything but simple. I chased this fool from Grim Hex all the way to Hurston. Ended up catching him at the tail end of a raid of a transport ship. I was too late to save the ship, but the crew were in the escape pods, thank gods. I fired off a distress beacon and I line up on my target and we start the dance.
The dance? You gotta clue me in on that.
The dance, well, each person moves and sways and tries to get behind the other one for a quick kill shot on the engines or power core if you're lucky.
Okay, I gotcha.
So I duck, bob, and weave, and I get lined up a few shots later and he's going down. Then my rear shields fail. Of course, he had brought a friend along with him that I didn't see until that point.
Well, that's never good.
No, it wasn't. I killed the dampeners, flipped the ship over, and let loose a few lucky shots. His shields dropped, and I peppered his cockpit with laser fire.
Sounds pretty intense.
That's an understatement. So he goes spinning off. I flip the ship back around and see the original target, and somehow he's headed right for me. I pull hard to starboard and thought he missed me.
I'm guessing he didn't miss.
Oh no, he didn't miss. Best part, he clipped my port side, took the shields, the wing, and the engine. I'm at full throttle with one engine, so I go spinning off into space. I'm trying to get it recovered, but the G-forces have me almost blacking out. And right there, right here's the best part. I still don't believe it myself. Right before I go down for the count, I see him crash into his buddy, and they both exploded.
Well, yeah, man. Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, it was a whole ordeal, but I finally got back to myself and they got the ship stable, but I was stuck and thrust. Anytime I thrusted, I was spinning again, but luckily a patrol ship showed up, rescued the crew of the transport, and they picked me up, brought me back to Lorville. And after the insurance claim, you ought to see how to explain I got run over in space on our insurance form. But yeah, that was, I was exhausted, man, and that was pretty much my week.
Well,
That's all the time we have for this week's Bar Talk. Thank you for joining us. We're on this journey through the verse.
Remember, fellow citizens, your stories, adventures, and questions fuel this podcast, so don't hesitate to reach out to us on our comms. You can find us on Spectrum or leave us a message on our website.
And until next time, fly safe. We'll see you in the verse.